Hey guys, so for today's video, we are going to go ahead and jump right in and get started cleaning this bathroom. So my bathroom has definitely been neglected lately and it just needed a really good deep clean. As you can see here on the countertop, there is just a bunch of stuff. So I feel like it always starts off with just like one or two things being placed up there, and then little by little we just continue to throw more and more and more stuff. A lot of times when I'm getting my kids ready in the morning, I'm in a rush, and so when I do their hair and stuff like that, I will just throw everything here on top. And then like myself, when I'm getting ready, usually I'm running late or I have to get ready pretty quickly, so I'll just go ahead and put all my makeup on and then just throw everything up here. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks and this is what it looks like. So the first thing I did was I grabbed a trash bag and I am just going through everything here on the countertop, and I'm just picking up what is trash, putting it in the bag, and then what is not trash, I will go ahead and put away where it goes.
Tus amigas diciendo que no ven, esto sea duradero, que sea algo sincero, que un perro no cambia y eso es lo que es él. Pero tú lo viste, mi amor, tú viste mi mejor versión. Tú hiciste lo que nadie quería, serispo para mis poesías. Secreto que tú solo sabes, chico con par de maldades, pero sinceridad, verdadero, baby. Secreto que tú solo sabes, momentos que siento reales. Yo lo prefiero que en un largo tiempo sea tu caballero.
Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme.
My goal for this YouTube channel is to hopefully give you some type of motivation to get up and get some cleaning done of your own. This is something that I like to do a lot of times when I feel like I need to clean something and I just don't have the motivation to do it. I will go ahead and go on YouTube. I do have a couple of channels that I follow, and I will just go to their channels and just look up like a cleaning video, and then I'll just lay in bed and watch it, and typically within a few minutes I do start feeling a little more motivated to get stuff done. And usually what I like to do is I will just go ahead and throw my headphones in and just start cleaning with the video playing. And so I just hope that I'm able to give that to you with my YouTube channel, and it truly does help. So if this is the first time you are watching a cleaning style video and you think it's a little weird, like why are people watching other people clean, I just want you to know that that is the reason. It's just kind of there to give you the motivation to get stuff done in your own home. And like I said, that is definitely the biggest goal for my YouTube channel. I just want to be able to motivate somebody to do at least one thing, and if I do that, then that makes me happy, and yeah, I've accomplished my goal. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue cleaning this countertop. It did take me quite a while to get everything cleaned up, and once I get everything put away, I will go ahead and just take everything off of the countertop so that way I can get everything sprayed down to prep it for getting wiped down and completely cleaned up.
Repetiría una mil veces la noche que te vi. Sabía que era ese hombre que me hace reír y me hace creer que yo soy la mujer que se merece algo puro y no solo pa' comer. Y yo no quiero, ya no va conmigo. Ya quiero ese hombre que me sepa amar, que me además de novia también sea amigo. Sos justo, no veo qué casualidad. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Se siente mágico solo al abrazarte. Tú has prendido esa llama que arde. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Sé que de locos, pero yo te amo. Yo ya no sé ni decirte. Esperando tu DM, pa' que invites una ronda más, pa' que esos labios me besen ya y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM.
So to wipe everything down on the countertops, I am using my Method Anti-Bac All-Purpose Cleaner in the Citron scent. And I just like to go through every once in a while and wipe everything down on the countertops, just because over time they get dusty And especially with like the soap dispensers and the lotion, you'll get like soap or lotion on the outside and it's just annoying. So yeah, I like to go ahead and wipe those down, and then I'm gonna again use the same cleaner to go ahead and spray down the countertops, and I'm just gonna leave that there for a few minutes to kind of let it do its thing, and then I'll grab my Scrubbing Bubbles bathroom grime fighter. I like to use this for my sinks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray down both of the sinks. You'll see in this other sink there is a lot of hair, and that's actually not from my husband. I had cut my son's hair the night before, and I was cleaning off the little cape that I had draped around him, and so I just dusted it off here in the sink, so that's why there's a bunch of hair in there. But next I wanted to go ahead and clean these mirrors, and to do that I am using my spray away glass cleaner. I do really love this stuff because I really haven't found any other glass cleaners that have given me like a streak-free finish, and this one I found is the best. So I'm just using a paper towel to go ahead and clean the mirrors with the spray away cleaner. And then once I had let the cleaner, the Scrubbing Bubbles, sit for a little while, I went and grabbed this is a TISWALL electric scrubber. I really love this thing. It just makes scrubbing my sinks and stuff so much easier, and like the bathtubs and showers and stuff, you'll see me use it later on in the video. But anyway, I just went through with the electric scrubber and just scrubbed away all of the grime and all of the nasty stuff that was in the sink, and then I will take a wet washcloth just to kind of rinse everything away. So I did that here on my side, and then I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing on my husband's side, or his sink on the other side.
Estamos envueltos en un juego de dos. Quiero estar a lo tuyo, pero a veces no. De pronto son cosas del destino. Nos mejoramos con el tiempo como el vino. Súbeme la nota, que no se me nota. Ya no estaba ready y fui un idiota. Que hay mucha brisa, se acabó la risa. Ya empezamos el gota a gota. Perdona la actitud que yo tengo hacia ti. Yo me pongo inseguro cuando tú quieres estar cerquita de mí. Solo interesadas a quien desvestir. No sé si es...
So I forgot to mention, after I rinsed the sinks out, I did go through with a dry microfiber cloth and just kind of dried them out. And I wanted to share something with you guys that happened to me this week. So I actually went to my dentist. I was supposed to have some dental work done. I went in on, I believe it was a Wednesday, and 5 days later, I have braces. And it's kind of funny to me because it was so unexpected. I had been thinking of getting braces again for a while. I had them once when I was a teenager, but there was a lot of things that the other orthodontist I went to didn't catch. And so after I got my braces off, my teeth did shift again, and so I had to go again to kind of get all of that fixed. But anyway, I really was not expecting to have braces again so soon. Like I said, I went into the dentist, and then 5 days later, I have braces on. So I'll share a little more about that here in a little bit.
Día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer, ¿qué será?
So on this day, I had taken a break from cleaning for a little while, and I didn't realize that my baby had crawled here into the bathroom. And the night before, I did my nails, and so I had all of my nail stuff on the floor in front of our shower, and apparently my little boy decided to go ahead and throw all of my nail polish in the drain. So the one thing that we have had issues with in this house is the drain cover here in our bathroom doesn't fully fit Like it fits, but it doesn't stay put, so it's really easy to pull it out. And so he's learned how to take it out, and sometimes he'll throw stuff down there. And luckily I did have this little grabber. I purchased this from, I believe it was Lowe's or Home Depot, but it has been very handy because it has a little light on it and you just kind of click the button and it grabs stuff. So anyway, I used that to pull out all of my nail polish, and then while I was in there I decided to go ahead and see if I could pull out any hair or anything else that was stuck in there, because I noticed that the water was sitting up a little higher than it normally would, and I pulled out a huge blob of hair, which was so disgusting, but it was also really satisfying just knowing that I had taken all of that hair out of there. So yeah, later on in the video you will see me clean this drain here, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up all of my nail stuff and just get all of that put away so my baby doesn't throw everything down the drain again.
Eso nunca pasará. Prefiero otra mujer. Chica, si te vas y juegas otro papel que nunca te quedará, como eso de serme fiel. El día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será?
So once I got that done, I decided to go ahead and tackle this area by my bathtub. And of course, the first thing I did was I just took everything out of here and just put them away where they needed to go. And once I got everything put away, then I first rinsed out the bathtub, because this is actually where I cut my son's hair. I did this little makeshift like barber chair area for him, and I just like cutting his hair in the bathtub because that keeps the hair from going all over the place. Like I don't like having hair all over my floor, and especially when it comes to cutting little boys' hairs, when you're using clippers and kind of shaving, it seems like the hairs, like the tiny little hairs, just get thrown all over the place, and it's just annoying, and I don't like having hair all over. So I rinsed out all the hair in the bathtub, and then again I'm gonna use my Scrubbing Bubbles foaming cleaner to just kind of spray down the bathtub to give it a good scrubbing. And I will pull out my TISWALL electric scrubber once again just to kind of help me scrub away everything here on the bathtub. And the one thing I really love about this scrubber is that it's wireless and it's very powerful. So scrubbing away all of the soap scum and just everything here in the bathtub, this electric scrubber just makes it so much easier than if I were to do it by hand. So once I get that all scrubbed out, then I will go ahead and rinse the bathtub, and then again go through with a dry microfiber cloth to go ahead and just dry everything up. So going back to the braces thing, like I mentioned, I did have braces once when I was a teenager, and I guess one of the things that the orthodontist didn't catch when I got braces the first time was that I am a tongue thruster, I guess. And what that is when I swallow, my tongue will push up against my front teeth. So the one thing that I did notice after getting my braces off was over time my two front teeth started to kind of flare out again. They were pretty flared out before I got braces, and then getting braces kind of fixed that. But I guess because I didn't fix the tongue thrust issue, over time my tongue started to push those teeth out again. So the one thing I noticed was when you would look at me from the front, and if I would smile, my teeth did look pretty straight. But if I would turn to the side, then you could see that my two front teeth were flared out. And so this time around, I do have to go back and get braces again to straighten my teeth, but at the same time, they need to fix the tongue thrust issue. And to do that, I have to get what they call a tongue cage, or it's also called a tongue crib. and it's this metal device that goes inside of my mouth behind my front teeth, and it has this little cage like thing that kind of goes down in front of my tongue, and that just helps to train my tongue to swallow properly and to stop pressing my teeth forward. And I am honestly kind of nervous to get it because I've looked up videos of other people who've gotten it, and it really does make you sound different when you talk because you have this device constantly in your mouth. And so you just kind of have to learn how to talk around it. And yeah, I'm kind of worried because I do have this YouTube channel here, and just having that device, I feel like it's going to be hard to do my voiceovers. So just so you guys know, that is coming down the pike. My orthodontist said that he wanted to go ahead and do that sometime during my braces journey, and he recommended maybe January of next year. I do have to have it for 6 months, so like I said, I'm kind of nervous about it, but I would rather get the issue fixed so that I don't have to get braces again, because having to get braces again is definitely not fun. But honestly, I just want to have a really nice straight smile, and having this tongue cage for 6 months I think is definitely going to be worth it if it's going to prevent my teeth from moving and shifting again once I get the braces taken off.
Y si me enamoro, baby, sorry. No es de PR, pero sabe que ni shorty. Los pasos prohibidos se le salen. Tiene ese flow que sobresale. Esta me vi que hasta en Insta nos seguimos. Estamos ahí, no quiero míos. En Netflix tiene la movie que vivimos. Me lo menea de aquí pa' allá, de aquí pa' allá, de aquí pa' allá. Prende la disco con el booty clap, el booty clap nunca me falla. Me lo menea de aquí pa' allá, de aquí pa' allá, de aquí pa' allá. Prende la disco con el booty clap, el booty clap nunca me falla. Todos los focos te iluminan, lo que tengo es pura adrenalina. Cuando dije muero lo quema, montate encima, me dicen que tú eres bien fina, pero te prende como
So up next, I'm going to go ahead and get started on cleaning up this shower. And the first thing I did was I took this mixture of vinegar and water to spray down my shower doors. I do like to use this on the shower doors just because they're completely covered in water spots and just like soap and shampoo and stuff like that. And I find that using vinegar and spraying it and letting it set does tend to break down all of that stuff, and it just makes it so much easier to wipe down and clean off. So then I also went through and sprayed the shower walls with my Method Anti-Bac all-purpose cleaner again, and I'm just going to spray them down and let that set. And then the next thing I needed to do was I needed to pick up this hairball that I pulled out of the shower drain. As you can see, it is a huge, nasty, like gooey pile of hair. So I just threw that away, and then I'm going to take my scrubbing bubbles again and just spray down the shower drain. And once I get all of that sprayed down, I'm just going to go ahead and let them set for a little while. And in the meantime, I'm going through and just wiping down all of my bottles of shampoo, conditioner, body wash, all of that type of stuff, just to get them nice and cleaned off. So once I got that done, then I pulled out my TISWALL electric scrubber once again, and I'm just going to go through and scrub down all of the shower walls. Another thing I love about this scrubber is that the handle is extendable, and the brush part of it does tilt, so it just makes it easier to get the angle that you need. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use this to scrub away at all of the shower walls, and then I will move on from there.
Con esa ropita ajustada, quiero un parche como amigos, dice, pero solo dice, baby, que tú estés bien fina, con ese Versace divina, sabes que vinimos a hacer.
So my husband and I typically try to keep our shower doors pretty clean. What we like to do is usually after we take a shower, we will take a waffle weave towel and just wipe down the doors. That way the water that is splashed on the doors doesn't dry on there and then leave water spots. But I haven't washed our shower doors in quite a while, and so we kind of let that go for a little while, which is why they are so bad. And I feel like once pretty much like everything else, once something starts getting dirty, it's easy to just forget about it and just move on and just kind of leave it because you're like, well, it's already dirty. You might as well just leave it until it gets cleaned. But I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. So we are going to try again to stay on top of cleaning the shower doors after each shower. So once I get done scrubbing the shower walls with the TISWALL power scrubber, I will go ahead and take a wet washcloth and just kind of go around through all of the walls and just wipe them down with a clean wet wash rag. And that's pretty much just me rinsing them off. If I did have an attachment for my shower that came off where, you know, I could spray the entire walls, then I would do that, but I don't have that in the shower, so I just typically wet a washcloth, wipe it off, I'll go back and rinse it and then wipe again, and that's how I get my shower walls clean. After the walls are done, I'm going to go ahead and move on to cleaning the shower drain. And to clean the top of it, I did use my TISWALL again. I just kind of scrubbed around the top and then I tried to fit it inside, but it didn't go very far. So I went out and I grabbed this little scrub brush. This little scrubber I actually got with my TINECO vacuum mop, and it's supposed to be used to clean like the inside of the machine and the dirty water tank, but I kind of figured that it would be perfect to help clean out this drain, and it actually worked really well. So once I get that scrubbed out really good, then I will go ahead and rinse it out, and then I'm going to take the drain cover over to the sink, rinse it off, and then I'll spray it down with some vinegar water, let it sit for a while, and then I'll scrub it and rinse it off really good. So up next, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to cleaning the bottom of the shower. We have this like plastic lining on the bottom of our shower, which we actually don't really like. We're hoping to be able to change this and get it tiled one day, but for now, this is what we're dealing with. I just don't like how it gets dirty quickly and then it seems to stain pretty easily. But to clean this up, I'm going to go ahead and try and use my Scrubbing Bubbles foaming spray again. I just went around all the edges and then the bottom of the shower floor, and then I grabbed my TISWALL once again and just scrubbed away all around to try and get up as much dirt and grime and all of whatever was stuck on there as I could. And once I scrubbed that down really good, I decided to go ahead and rinse it out, and I was just taking a red Solo cup and just going back and forth from the sink and just kind of pouring it in there and just getting as much of what I had scrubbed up rinsed away down the drain. I decided to go ahead and pull out my BISSELL steam shot. This is a little hand steamer that I like to use. I did try to scrub the edges of the shower here with my TISWALL, but I just felt like it wasn't really getting into the area really well, and then a lot of the stuff was like really stuck on there, so I just figured using the steamer would help to break that up a lot better, and it really did. It really helps to get into like those tight cracks and the grout where a lot of times the scrubbers and stuff you use, I mean, they might be able to get in there, but with the power of the steam, it just seems to blast it all away. So I do really love using my steamer for stuff like this. And yeah, I'm just gonna go around the entire perimeter of the shower and just blast away all of the dirt and grime from in between all of the cracks. And then I will continue cleaning up the rest of the shower. So once I got all of that cleaned up and scrubbed away, I went ahead and rinsed it off with some water. And then I was looking at the bottom of the shower and I just felt like it was still dirty. I felt like the scrubbing bubbles did get a lot of like the surface stuff off of there, but I still could see a lot of stains, and so I decided to go ahead and use this other product. This is a surface cleaner. It is a soft scrub cleanser with bleach, and I've never used this stuff before, but I saw it on a cleaning channel that I follow, and so I figured I would go ahead and try it. She likes to use it to clean like her toilet seats where they kind of get stained, and I had that issue, so I figured I would go ahead and try it. But as I was cleaning the shower, I thought that it might help to get this bottom of the shower a lot cleaner. Just because it has the bleach in it, I figured it would help to get rid of a lot of those stains. So I just went through and spread this all over, and then again I took my TISWALL and just kind of scrubbed it in. I did let it sit for a few minutes, and then once it set for a few minutes, I scrubbed it one more time, which I didn't record, but I did scrub it one more time, and then I turned on the shower to kind of rinse it away. I just figured turning on the shower would be a lot easier to clean or to rinse off the bottom of the shower than it was using my solo cup and having to go back and forth. So you'll see me here rinsing it out, and because the shower head doesn't completely reach the inner wall, I did have to use my solo cup to just kind of grab some water and then just kind of rinsed around everywhere. So once I got that done, you will see that this cleaner did really help to get the bottom of the shower to be a lot wider than I normally would be able to get it just using my regular cleaner. So I would definitely say if you have anything in your home that is white and is stained, that you go out and grab this cleanser, because it is very powerful and it seemed to work really well.
The memory of you just come running by. I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. The memory of you just come running by.
So now that I've pretty much got most of the bathroom clean, I am going to go ahead and get the shower doors clean. And the first thing I did was I took my vinegar spray again, because I had sprayed it way earlier in the day. It did kind of dry on the doors, so I decided to go ahead and spray it once again just to kind of loosen everything up. And then I went through with my paper towels and just kind of took off that first layer of all of the soap scum and the water spots that were on the shower doors. So I did that on the outside of the shower doors, and then you'll see me go on the inside, which was definitely more dirty. So I did have to pull out my Scrub Daddy sponge just to kind of help to break up a lot of that soap scum even more, and it did seem to really help to kind of get all of that gunk and stuff off of the shower doors. So once I got that cleaned up really well, I decided to go ahead and go to bed, but I did come back the very next day and I used my spray away glass cleaner and a waffle weave towel just to spray down the doors and to get them to look nice and shiny and streak free. So I'm going to go ahead and spray them, wipe them with the cloth. I'll turn the cloth around to the dry side inside and buff them out. And again, I did this to the outside and then the inside of the shower doors. And once I got that done, they were completely streak free and so clear. And I was just so happy to finally see this shower sparkle again, because it's been quite a while since I've cleaned it up this well. So now that the shower is finally done, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the water closet area. And the first thing I needed to do was to empty out the trash and put a new trash bag in. I typically have extra trash bags here in the bottom of the bin, but I ran out and we just started putting trash in there without a bag, which is not a good thing, but again, we just did it because there was no bags left and we were being lazy. So once I get that done, then I'm gonna go ahead and put the toilet cleaner inside the toilet, and I am just using this Clorox clinging bleach gel, and I'm just gonna put it in the toilet bowl and let it do its thing while I finish cleaning up the rest of the bathroom, and then I'll come back and scrub that out. So the next thing I needed to do was to restock the toilet paper here in this cabinet above the toilet. So I just grabbed the toilet paper and stack it up. So once I got that done, I figured the toilet cleaner had sat long enough, so I grabbed my toilet brush and I used that just to scrub out this toilet bowl really well. I have used the Clorox wands and I absolutely loved those in my previous home, but in this house, the toilets are shaped a little differently on the inside, and so it's just really hard with those Clorox wand things to get like deep into the toilet. I don't know why, but for some reason it's just shaped oddly, and they tend to get tore up and like ripped up when I try to use them. So sadly, I haven't been able to use those, and I'm probably not gonna use them unless we get new toilets, just because, like I said, they don't clean very well. So I just used a standard toilet brush. I have been thinking of getting one of the silicone ones because I've seen a lot of people have been using those, and according to them, they seem to work really well. So if you've used a silicone toilet wand cleaner, please let me know if you like them, if you think they are worth it or not, because I don't want to buy one if it's not really gonna work too well. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments section. But once I get that done, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Clorox wipes. This is typically what I like to use to clean the outside of my toilet. If I don't use this, then I'll just use like a disinfectant spray and some paper towels. But on this day, I had the Clorox wipes, so I figured I would go ahead and use them. So I'm just gonna wipe the toilet all around, and then of course you can't forget to clean the very bottom of your toilets. I feel like this is an area where a lot of people tend to just overlook and not clean, but it does make a huge difference when you get down there and get that cleaned up.
than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention.
So once I got that done, I wanted to show you guys like the underside of our toilet seat. So for some reason, I don't know what material these toilet seats are made of, but they tend to stain like really easily. In our previous home, we had been there for like 10 years and the underside of the toilet seats were like not bad. We've only been in this house for about a year or a little over a year, and the underside of the toilet seats are really bad. It's especially bad in the kids' room just because I have a 3-year-old who was potty training, and 3-year-old boys specifically tend to pee all over the place. So the underside of their toilet seat is really bad. This one wasn't too bad, but this was actually the reason I purchased that soft scrub bleach cleaner. So I just went ahead and wiped some of that on, and then I decided to go ahead and let it sit for a little while before I wiped it clean. And in the meantime, I decided to go ahead and hang up these little hooks that I had found. I bought these at my local Dollar General. They were only $5, and my husband and I both have our robes, but we don't have hooks to hang them on, so I figured this would be perfect for us to hang our robes. And I've had them for a while and haven't put them up, so I decided this was the perfect time to go ahead and put those up. And when I initially put them up, I noticed that they were really loose, so I decided to go ahead and get a command strip to place on the very bottom of them just to kind of secure them to the wall a little better.
You're gonna be moving on solo. Wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. I'm done with searching for the truth somewhere else when I just want you.
So once I got that done, I went ahead and went back to clean off the soft scrub cleaner from the toilet seat, and you'll see here that even just having that on there for a few minutes did lift a lot of the stains off of the seat. So I just grabbed a wet paper towel and just kind of scrubbed that off and wiped it away. And this cleaner did definitely take all of the stains off of the bottom of my toilet seat. But the one thing I want to say is that you have to be very careful with it, because I noticed that it did bleach like a couple parts of the toilet seat that I didn't actually realize I had placed it on. So on the bottom of the lid cover, you'll see there's like a little spot there that is like super white compared to the other parts of the toilet. And then on the inside rim of the toilet seat, I didn't notice that I had accidentally put a little bit of that cleaner there, and that part bleached really light as well. So I would definitely say the next time I use this, I'm not gonna let it sit. I'll probably just go ahead and go right in and scrub it and then wipe it away immediately, just to kind of prevent that from happening. But other than that, I definitely say this stuff is worth it. You just need to be careful because the bleaching power is really strong.
Girl, you always tend to drive me crazy, looking at me with those eyes. Then put some music on, turn the lights down low, throw the pillows off the bed, blow the candles out, move your body slow. You got something on your mind, I might try to help you let it.
So finally, the last thing I needed to do was to get all of these floors nice and clean. And to do that, I am using my TINECO IFLOOR 3. This is a vacuum mop, and I absolutely love this thing. It vacuums and mops at the same time, and that just cuts down on how long it takes for me to mop my floors, because I'm doing the vacuuming and the mopping at the same time. And for my solution this day, I decided to go ahead and use my Members Mark sanitizing solution. I just like to use that here in the bathrooms because I feel like it just gets the floors a lot cleaner, and I feel a lot more comfortable knowing that the floors are getting sanitized. I really like using a sanitizing solution because it does kill all viruses and bacteria, even the virus that causes the stomach flu. So I absolutely loved using that, like I said, here in the bathroom. So again, I'm just going to go through and get all of the floors nice and clean, and that is actually the last thing I needed to do on this day. And this bathroom is finally clean. This did take me 2 days to complete, so it was a long process, but like always, I am so glad that I finally got it done because now my bathroom is nice and clean and it just feels so nice walking in there and just having everything spotless.
If you got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. You got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. Baby, I'ma try to help you let.
So yeah, that is going to be it for this video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you some motivation to get some cleaning done in your house. Even if you just get one thing clean today, that is awesome. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I love you guys, and I will plan on seeing you in my next video. Bye!
If only I had listened for a while, I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go, but when you left I could feel it grow, like a body of water, sleeping through the edges of my soul, and getting harder. It was never under my control, you know. I see the door you closed is open wide, and a better version of